good to be able to talk to each and every one of you again. I hope you're having a very wonderful day. My day has been just absolutely extraordinary, as each and every day. Some days are better than others, but today has been a really good day. Wanted to talk to everyone about one particular verse that is probably one of my favorite verses, because it shows human nature and the way us as people react to when things go wrong in our lives. In John chapter 21 verse 3, we find a very simple phrase made by Peter. He said, "Let's go fishing." Now, I like to fish as much as the next guy. It does not matter if it's fishing for crappie. It doesn't matter if it's fishing for bass. It doesn't matter if it's fishing for catfish. I like to fish. I absolutely love to fish. It's one of my favorite things to do. Me and a couple friends of ours from around here where we live, we fish on a pretty regular basis. It's just something we have always done, and we love to do it. But this particular phrase here that was used by Peter was not saying, "Guys, I'm going to hook up the boat and go to the lake and take some time to clear my head." No. What Peter was saying was, "I want my old life back." You know, too many times we find ourselves in situations that we ourselves do not understand why the things that are happening in our lives are happening. We look around and all we can see is the storm clouds as they're encasing in around us, and we're trying to figure out what is happening to us in our lives. You see, Peter was in that situation. Peter has gone through probably one of the worst couple of days that you can find somebody to go through emotionally. Jesus tells him that you're going to deny me 3 times. He says, "I will not deny you," but he did. People know what he looks like in that same situation, as he was trying to see what was happening to Jesus and got recognized. That meant that people knew who he was. The person that he had invested all this time in following and learning from has been crucified. He almost feels abandoned and alone, and he doesn't really know which way to go. He doesn't know which way to turn. So what do? He's at this crossroads in his life, and sadly, each and every person finds themselves in this crossroad at one time or the other. You see, this verse means so much to me simply because it's a verse that does not just say something for one group of people or say something for another group of people, but it's something that anybody who is a Christian has found themselves at this crossroads of just giving up. Peter wanted to go back. I want us to look at a few things, if you will. The first thing you find is when things got out of hand for Peter was because Peter was trying to take control of his own life instead of listening to God. You see, Peter, while one of his great characteristics, was also one of his great flaws, in the fact that Peter did not hold his tongue very well. Peter was an instinctive person in the way he answered things. He had what many people would like to call that gut instinct. And you find even when he cuts off the ear of the Roman soldier, the way he reacted to things. That can be good and that can be bad. In Peter's case, the way he reacted to this was, all of these things are going wrong in my life, so I'm just going to completely abandon it altogether. The next thing we find is a simple message. That no matter the wrong that you do in your life, you still have a Lord and Savior who loves you. You see, Jesus gave Peter the chance to redeem himself from the mistakes that he made. In our lives, while we may not understand the end result, Peter did not understand that Jesus dying on the cross was the will of God. He just knew that his world momentarily had been turned upside down. Well, the things that are happening to us in our lives, while we do not sit here and understand them completely and totally, does not mean that we need to abandon God. God knows what's right, and God knows the ending of the story that we do not have. So it's important that those words never enter into our mind or our vocabulary. Let's go fishing. Let's quit. And let's turn our back on Him. I hope each and every one of you have an absolutely wonderful and blessed Wednesday. And I can't wait to see you Sunday. Thank you.